Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. As promised, this is the little Q&A that I decided to do for questions about my wedding, honeymoon, etc. So I have the video pulled up and I found the questions that you guys have asked. So thank you so much for asking questions. The first couple came from the same person, Sonia Mann, so thank you so much for asking me all of these questions. The first one is, what kind of dress did you wear? Okay, so when I went to the bridal shop, I just went to David's Bridal because I didn't want to go to a bridal boutique and spend $1,000, $2,000, however many thousands of dollars that boutique dresses would cost. In my mind, the wedding was just one day in my life. It was one dress that I would wear one day, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it. So we went to David's Bridal, and I went with my two bridesmaids and my mom. And so I picked out like 2 or 3 that I thought I would look good in, and then my bridesmaids picked 2 or 3 each that they thought that I would look good in, and so did my mom. And we ended up trying on like a dozen dresses in one day, and I didn't like any of the ones that I picked out, and I thought that some of the ones were okay. They weren't like the one, and I think what's really important is you know the one when you try it on. Like, you just know, and you can tell if that's gonna be it. So definitely don't go by your first instinct, first of all. Just try on things that you don't think would necessarily work for you. You would be definitely surprised, because the one that I picked out was a strapless dress, and that was one of my criteria. I didn't want a strapless dress because I have like large upper arms that are not firm at all. They are my bingo wings, as I like to call them, and I was very self-conscious about that. And so I wanted to have like a sleeved dress, especially because we were getting married in October. I thought that it would be seasonally appropriate, but I ended up going with a strapless dress, and the dress itself is a champagne color, and it had an ivory overlay. The bodice is beaded, and it's like got pearls on it. It's really, really pretty. It had a little bit of a train, but not really. And I had it bustled so I could continue wearing the dress during the reception and dance comfortably. I will have like a little photo montage at the end of the video from the photos that I have already. I don't have everything from the photographer yet. He is still working on them. So that was a long way to go to get to I wore a strapless dress. But I'm really happy with it. I actually got a really great deal on it because David's was doing a sale. I ended up getting it for $4.50, and then to rush it, because I waited until the last minute to get the dress, they charged me an extra $25 to get it like 4 weeks earlier. And then the alterations, I didn't get any of like the upper bit altered. I just had it hemmed and then the bustle added on, which was like $275. So it was like a $700 dress after everything, but considering what I would have paid at a boutique, it was still a really great price. The next question was still from Sonia Mann. She asked, what was the decor like? I had originally wanted to do like purple and black and silver and white, but because I found the dress and it was more of a warm like ivory champagne color, I decided to do more of like a palette than I did colors. So the tablecloths and the chair covers, they alternated between ivory, black, and purple. And then the decor, we didn't do a lot. Centerpieces was something that I was really happy with, and I hope that someone got a picture of them. I got these like little, I don't want to say little, but they're these burlap doilies, and I set those in the center of the table. Then I had gotten white pumpkins. We cut the tops off and gutted it, and then we put in artificial flowers that were fall colors. They were orange and yellow and purple, and there were sunflowers and there were pine cones. They were really, really pretty, so we put them inside of the pumpkins, and then we hot glued 2 different ribbons around the center of the pumpkins, and I think that it turned out really nice. Then the venue also put in some tea lights around the pumpkin just for a little bit of extra ambiance, and I really liked that. For our table, I had a sort of vintage shabby chic kind of bird cage, and I had put a flameless candle in the middle of it and surrounded it with Chinese lantern garland, which was sort of like an orangey, reddy, yellowy color. So that was really, really pretty, and we had like a burlap runner across the table as well, so I think it turned out really nice. She also asked what kind of cake, and for that we did 3 different flavors of pound cake in 3 tiers. So the bottom tier was regular buttery pound cake, the middle was chocolate pound cake, and the top was almond pound cake. We did buttercream icing. It was a little bit more pink than I'd wanted. I wanted more of a champagne blushy color, but you know, in hindsight, it doesn't really matter. The top and bottom tiers were rosettes, and the middle tier had edible pearls on it. Then my cake topper was 2 little burlap birds cut out that were on picks. So what was really cool is the bakery, I went with a local bakery. They're not really a bakery, they're a local grocery store called Growls, and they make amazing cakes. The flavor of the cakes is just incredible. But what they did is they made me a bird's nest on top of the cake for the birds to be hovering over, and they made the bird's nest out of a donut, and then they covered it with like brown icing to make it look like bird's nest type texture. So that was delicious to eat. So it was a really beautiful cake. I'm going to insert pictures again at the end so you can see what it looks like, but I was really happy with how it turned out. The next question that Sonia had was, where did you go for your honeymoon and how did you choose what you did? So we decided to go to Disney. We got engaged at Disney in July of 2014, so we thought that it would be really fun to go back and do it again. He had proposed to me in Epcot in like the France showcase area, so the last night that we were there, we went to Epcot and we dined at the same place that we dined at after the engagement happened, so that was really, really cool. My husband, I was about to say my fiance, but Jeff's dad has a timeshare down in Orlando, so he let us stay there for free, which was really, really nice of him. It's at a resort. It's called Marriott Cypress Harbor, so it was like a 15-minute drive away from Disney World. So we were down there for 5 nights. We only went to Disney 3 days. We did have a recovery day one of those days because it is tiring to walk around like amusement parks for days. It really, really is. So we ended up going to Hollywood Studios, Magic Kingdom, and Epcot. And we didn't go to Animal Kingdom. I'm not sure why. It just wasn't something that we particularly wanted to go to. And she also asked, best part of being married so far? Truthfully, it feels exactly the same. We've already been living together for about 2+ years. We moved in together the same month that we got engaged. The engagement happened after we moved in together. So I don't think anything has really changed. The stress of wedding planning has been lifted, so I feel a lot more relaxed since that time, but beyond that, it feels exactly the same. I do have lots more questions from my friend Valerie, so thank you so much, Valerie, for asking all of these questions. You have been such a great friend over the past couple of months. I'm really glad that we connected. She asked, will we get some shots of the Doc Martens? I don't know if I talked about this on YouTube, but on Instagram I did post that my wedding shoes were going to be Doc Martens. I have them right here. Yep. Those are my wedding shoes. These are the Pascal, I believe. Yeah, Pascal. So these are a women's size 8. They look ginormous, but they were super comfortable after I broke them in. I broke them in last freaking minute. I was wandering around the apartment the day of the wedding trying to get these to stretch out a little bit because they were very, very tight across like the top of the bridge there. But these were great. I am going to be incorporating them into my regular wardrobe, so I didn't spend money on a pair of shoes that I would only wear once. I just really loved it, and Jeff also wore Docs, but he wore like men's shoes instead of boots, and now he's wearing them to work every day because they're super comfortable. The photographer did get pictures of the two of us with our Docs on. I don't have them right now, but I will post them to Instagram when I get more of the pictures back. She asked, what was your wedding song? And I guess that's the song that we danced to, and that was In My Life by the Beatles. Jeff has always loved the Beatles, so I thought that it would be a really great way to incorporate that into our wedding, to have that song played. So thank you, Valerie and Sonia, for asking those questions. I have more questions from Choosing Treasure. She asked, what was your favorite part about the wedding and your honeymoon? Gosh, I really don't like being the center of attention, so that was kind of difficult for me. I don't know if I have a favorite part. I really just liked hanging out with everybody. Some of my favorite people were there. It was just overall a really great time. As far as the honeymoon, that is a really hard question. Honestly, I love food. My favorite part was going back to Le Cellier, which was that restaurant that I had mentioned earlier that we went to when we got engaged. We went to Le Cellier the last night that we were there, and they have the best filet mignon, and they have a mushroom risotto that comes with it, so that was the most incredible meal that I had the entire time that we were down there. How involved was your hubby in planning your wedding? This is still the same person, Choosing Treasure. He actually was really great about dealing with vendors like the DJ and the photographer, and the officiant, and obviously his groomsmen. So he was great with that. He didn't really have a say or an opinion. I had him taste the cakes with me. He's the kind of guy that's like, yep, they all taste good, sure are delicious, sure is cake. So, I mean, I brought him there to taste the cakes and stuff, but he didn't have a part in, you know, the dress or my jewelry, or we went together to get the shoes. He didn't really have a say in the decor, or he didn't help me with like the favors or the centerpieces, but I had family that helped me do that. But he was really great in helping with getting the DJ on board and the photographer on board, so that was a huge, huge help. I hate talking to people, so I'm really glad that he was doing that, and he was also helping me with the venue itself. Choosing Treasure also asked me, same question, how's life different now that you're married? I have answered that already. How long were you engaged, and how long did it take to plan your wedding? So we were engaged since July of 2014, and we got married October 2016, so just over 2 years. And I didn't really start planning the wedding until probably May or June of this year. So it was kind of a time crunch, and I definitely regret not doing some of it sooner because I was really, really, really stressed out. But it all came together in the end, so I don't really regret it anyway. So yeah. And we have one more question that came in. This is from Beth Gramkow, and Beth has commented on a lot of my videos, so thank you so much for asking this question. She asked, will you have kids? Right now, my goal is to only have my little cat baby. I honestly don't see us having kids for at least a few years. I cannot picture myself as a parent. I cannot picture myself carrying a child. It's a little bit overwhelming to me, I guess, and we're not really in a hurry at all. So I don't think that I'm gonna have kids until my 30s at least, but I'm totally okay with being the oldest mom at the PTA meetings. So those are all of the questions that were asked in that last video. I just wanted to share a little bit of the stuff that I picked up in our honeymoon, and share a little bit, I guess, about the jewelry. I've posted pictures on Instagram already, but I just wanted to share a little bit. You saw the docs already, and I was really happy with the way that my jewelry turned out. As you guys can tell, I do have my ears stretched. I'm at a 5/8 of an inch. So I decided to get some fancy plugs that didn't cost me much money at all. These are the plugs that I wore. They are gold. They're not real gold, but they are like an eyelet design. Really, really pretty. They were obscured by my hair pretty much the entire night, sadly, but I really love the way that these look. I picked these up on Amazon. The necklace that I wore I also picked up on Amazon, and I thought that this is just really, really pretty. The dress, like I said, has like a pearl motif on it, so I decided to incorporate pearls in my jewelry, and this one was really affordable on Amazon as well. I knew that any wedding jewelry that I got I would probably never wear again because I'm not that kind of person. So I did get costume jewelry, but this is really heavy, it's weighted, it feels really, really nice. You can tell the back of it, that extender chain is already tarnishing, but I really don't care. So this is really, really pretty, nice statement piece, especially because I was wearing a strapless dress, so that was gorgeous. And then instead of wearing a veil, I decided to wear a headpiece. I always have problems because my middle part has been my middle part for the last 25 years of my life. So there was no way I was going to be able to do my hair in any other way, so I embraced it and I got a head chain, and it goes down the middle part and then bows out on both sides, so it looks really goofy just holding it like this. I will have, again, pictures at the end of the video, but this is just sort of like an idea of what it looked like. And my hair was sort of curled, not curled, but more wavy, and we had this pinned in. I got this also on Amazon, and I had to do a little bit of surgery to it because this centerpiece was just like a giant crystal thing and it was really ugly. So I did a little bit of work on it and it turned out really, really nice. I really liked it. A lot of people commented on it and they really loved it too. So I'm really happy with the choice that I made there. Again, I will have all of the jewelry that I wore linked in the description box. They all came from Amazon. And let's go ahead and jump into what I picked up in my honeymoon. So I really didn't pick up a lot looking over everything. We just didn't want to spend money on things that were just going to sit around, that didn't serve a purpose, that we just got just to have. So there's not a lot to share. But the first two things I got on the first day at Hollywood Studios, I saw this and I needed it. I posted a picture of me wearing this on Instagram already, but this is a dress. This is a Star Wars dress from Her Universe. I got it in a size 2X and it's a little bit tight, but I can make it work. And I'll just show you the print here. It's just like the Death Star and like plans for the Death Star and like, I don't know. It looked really cool. I liked it, and I will try and insert like a picture of what it actually looks like, but it's just like a fit and flare, kind of a skater dress, and it comes down long enough for me, almost to my knees, so I really appreciate that, and it's just really, really cute. It wasn't too expensive. It was $49.95 or whatever, but I was justifying it like a dress at Torrid costs like $60, so I'm totally okay with this. We had mostly asked for donations towards our honeymoon instead of actual physical gifts, so we did have quite a bit of money to be able to afford things like this. And in the same shop that I got that dress, I found this, and I decided to get it for Jeff. He's the kind of guy, he just never wants to buy anything for himself, but I saw this and it was just so cute. It's just a pin, and it's a stormtrooper with a gun, and the gun says pew pew on it, and I just thought it was super cute. I don't know, I started getting into collecting Disney pins. Not really collecting, but just picking up the ones that I thought were cute, that I liked. But this one really stood out to me. I really like this one. Our second day at Disney, we went to Magic Kingdom, and I wanted something from the, the Haunted Mansion. In hindsight, I should have gotten something at the Hollywood Tower Hotel, but the day had already passed. But we went to the Haunted Mansion, and when we went to the gift shop called Memento Mori, I decided to get another pin. So it's just an eye. It says Memento Mori, relics from regions beyond, and I thought it was just really cool looking. I like the eye and the banner, and it's just, I don't know, interesting. And then while we were in Magic Kingdom, I also found these mystery pins, and I actually went crazy over these, and I'll explain that in a little while, but I ended up getting 2 of these mystery boxes of Alice in Wonderland, and they are mysteries, and you get 2 pins in each box, and it's a selection of 8 different ones that you could get. You could get Alice, or the White Rabbit, or the Caterpillar, or the Cheshire Cat, Mad Hatter, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the March Hare, or the Red Queen, or the Queen of Hearts, excuse me. So I got addicted to these, and I ended up acquiring all 8 of them, and I'll show them to you in a minute. The day after that was our rest day, but we still decided to go to Disney Springs, which used to be called Downtown Disney, and I got a pair of ears there that I hadn't seen elsewhere in the parks, but this is so cute. So these are the ears. It's like a lacy detail, and then the bow itself is black and white, and it's got Jack Skellington's head on it, and it's got this like feather on here. I just thought it was super spooky and Halloween appropriate, and it was just a ton of fun to wear on our trip. And the last time we were there, I did get a pair of ears, so I think like my running thing is just to collect 1 pair of ears on each trip. So this was a great one to pick up. This was kind of pricey. It was like $29 for this guy, but I'm really happy with it. They're so cute, and I don't regret it. Also at Disney Springs, I had again decided to get 2 more of these mystery boxes, so there's that. And then the final day we were there, we went to Epcot, and I think, yeah, the only stuff that I got was at the Japan Pavilion. So I definitely went and I got this calendar. You guys, if there's one like animated character that describes me the most, it's Gudetama. This is the Lazy Egg. So this is a wall calendar for 2017. It's got different Gudetama pictures on each month. It's so cute. If you don't know anything about Gudetama, I will have like a link to another YouTube video that compiled all of the shorts that there were. He's so cute. I love him. I also decided to get something because Disney acquired Studio Ghibli, so they have a lot of stuff from different Miyazaki movies. So I got No Face from Spirited Away. He is so stinking cute. How precious is he? He's just like a little stuffed guy. He's got a little bit of like beads at the bottom to keep him from topping over. He's so cute. And then the last 2 things I got were candy. I got these, the Kasugai lychee gummy candies. I've had other of these that were, I think, grape flavored, and I liked the texture of them, so I decided to try these. I haven't even opened them yet. And then I got a pack of Haichu because I love Haichu, and mango is my favorite flavor. If you haven't had these before, they're similar to Starburst in that they're fruity, chewy candy, but the texture on them is a lot more soft, but they're chewier too. It's interesting. And mango is my favorite flavor. If you live in an area where you can get your hands on mango Haichu, definitely do it. But I wanted to try these on camera just to see, I don't know, if they were any good. They were $4.99. So definitely go to like your local Asian markets and buy them at Disney. But they all come like individually wrapped, and they're squishy gummy candies. So that's what he looks like, a little disc. Smells good. Kind of a subtle flavor, but really good. Really good. I don't regret picking those up. So like I said earlier, I did pick up a bunch of those Alice in Wonderland pins. I ended up collecting all of them. I got some from eBay. So I'll show you the ones that I got in the parks first. So I ended up getting, how cute is this? The Queen of Hearts, and she's so angry. also got the March Hare, and he's pouring himself a cup of tea. The Blue Caterpillar, I love him. I got the Mad Hatter, I think he's got his little teapot there. Oh my gosh, this one is so cute. The Cheshire Cat, look at how adorable he is. Like, are you serious? Oh my gosh. And then I also got Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I love the retro design of these. They're so, so cute. So one of my boxes had duplicates, so I am going to be passing them along to some friends. But I ended up getting some of the pins on eBay. I guess people put them up if they get duplicates. There's a lot of pin traders. Pin trading is like so much bigger than I thought it was. So the two that I was missing, this is the White Rabbit. Look at how adorable he is. Are you serious? And finally, I got Alice. And she's so precious. She's like in a little garden. And this particular seller of pins had a deal where if you bought 3 pins or more, you could get free shipping. So I decided to poke around their little shop, and I decided to get this guy, which also came in like a mystery pin box. But this is a Stormtrooper. Look at that. It is like the lightning bolt. The David Bowie Aladdin Sane lightning bolt. So I thought that that was really stinking cool. I'm really happy that I picked this one out. I ended up getting a really great deal on the 3 pins that I got at eBay, and the shipping was super fast, so I'm really happy about that. And yeah, that was everything that I got on my honeymoon. Aside from the food there, the food was delicious. I highly recommend checking out restaurants and setting up reservations months in advance, because spots do fill up pretty fast. But that is everything for this wedding Q&A and honeymoon haul. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sure this is going to be a really long video, but I really do appreciate it. You guys have been so, so wonderful to me. Thank you for being my friend, for being here, for supporting me. I love you all so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!